if we're living in a free society, especially if you're a public figure, people are going to make fun of your flaws and things that you do that are unique to you. And obviously, the fact that I'm in a wheelchair is a very unique fact about who I am. And so I'm not going to get upset if when someone's imitating me, they sit down and act like they're rolling their wheels. Like that's just what I do every single day.
So when you said that you liked being roasted by Dave,
Oh, I love being roasted by Dave. Are you kidding? That's my favorite comic. And I mean, it was phenomenal. I thought it was great. Obviously, it's more fun if you can go back and forth. But I mean, he's a hysterical comic, and I mean, what was the main gist of it? He's like, why would somebody invite a guy in a wheelchair to a sex party? And then you kind of build that out. Like that's a completely understandable question to ask. His first show, I think, for this special was in Nashville. So I had some friends there. They contacted me. They're like, hey, just so you know, Dave Chappelle is really funny, but he roasts you for like 15 minutes. And so I just went to my phone, like, when is the first one in Florida? And it was at Tampa. It was phenomenal. So we drove up, went down to the show, kind of got decently front row tickets. And then, I people knew me in my section. And so after he does his little opening monologue and then talks about me, we didn't let him know we were going. He says, I'm making fun of guys in wheelchairs, Madison Cawthorn. Then all of a sudden, my whole section just started chanting, like, he's right here. And he finally caught on and looked. I mean, he basically fell down on stage. It was so funny. If you watch the actual Netflix special of how he ran his show and all the other venues, he did hours in reverse because he was just so shocked. And then he called us out on stage, and Dave started saying, like, so why did you come here tonight? You know what I'm going to do? I was like, yeah, I knew you were roasting me. And I was like, and I'm not going to miss Dave Chappelle roasting me live. And he was like, this is the realest brother in all of Florida. And we got along really well. He tied me in at the very end. He talks to, I think the name of the set was Dreamers. And so he starts talking about how, dreamers change the world. People who say in public, what they say in private, and people who believe it. It's great. And so he was like, he tied me at the very end and said, Madison Cawthorn is a dreamer. And then anyways, he invited us backstage and we had a great time. I got to meet his whole family, just phenomenal people.